Created my own lane with intentions to give them hope. Feed them.
So special.
Created my own lane with intentions to give them hope. Feet on land, but somehow I'm still trying to stay afloat. Need to listen more than you talk. You should be taking notes. Cigga make a nigga lung stop. He trying to chase smoke. I don't sneak this. They asked if you was hot. I tell them nope. Magic trick with a bullet in the gun. I make a ghost. Shit deeper than the ring. Wanna be mine? Take a oath. And I'm petty. If you burn the bridge with me, I sink your boat. Black tips off the stick. He think I shot him with a bow. They tried to gatekeep. I had to jump the fence and kick the dough. Can't hold a grudge from the morgue. If you frozen, let it go. I'm the chosen one that come from the chosen. If you know, I set the table up. Broke bread was giving out plates, still ate last, but somehow was still served hate. That's why I walk with these 223s like my weight. Revenge of this best serve. I'm talking 500K. I got an X-ray. You could see that dog in me. It's understood what I done can't be copied. If you could, you would. Bet your life you never seen a goat that go hunting wolves. You wanted war. Now I'm rocking wool in my stomach full. Don't need a 16 to kill you. You be done in 4. This isn't time. The docs and God play tug of war. One phone call, know what he coming for. Told my shooter through text to go OD. He replied, good, we finished that. If I ever lost it, I can get it back. These niggas capped. Once I get you fitted, then I get it hacked. Get penalized, you go off sides, we gon' send them back. Where if you lead a huddle, we gon' get the sack. I come from that. You ain't never been with that. Wanna be famous till you on the first 48 from a Mac. I end with that. Right where the beginning at. Drop a hit. If you try to go on record, then we spinning back. Can't tell me about the war if you ain't bled yourself. How can I bite the hand that feed me when I fed myself? Seems like niggas that want the most, the ones that never help. To they ass, I could get the switcher, I could get the belt. Pointed at the both sides of his ears like I hit an elf. You never shot shit. You touch a heater shit, you probably melt. I let the people fuck with me naturally. Ain't the same when you force it. Seen niggas career dot and act like rap ain't important. I've been consistently hot for so long, I started scorching, then laid it out, mapped shit out to build a fortress. Now it's the blind leading the blind. You know you bought this. Now ain't no double backing for help. Look like you bought this. Use my judgment by pulling this hammer, cause you didn't court 6. Get carried by another 6, cause hope was the verdict. I'm a RN, but the difference is I make them more sick and still can hit another level. It feel like a morphin.
All right, now let's start the show. Yo, give me 1 second, y'all. Yo, man, so that was Danyahaala right there. You know what I mean? Shouts out to everybody that's tuning in on the live stream. Shouts out to the replay viewers. This is Dark Tales. This edition is Dark Tales of the Isupk. With your host, Gangsta Rock. And we got a special guest this evening for y'all. We got Danyahaala, which I just seen this video. You know what I mean? Bring everybody up. Yo, y'all here?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Shalom. What's going on with everybody? I'm Danyahaala from out of Philadelphia. You know, want to introduce myself. I hear some music playing in the background. Is it supposed to do that?
Right. Con, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Trying to have like some little like dark vibe going on. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Yeah. But Danyahaala, man, I'm just happy to finally, you know what I'm saying, like get in touch with you, whereas though like everybody got you live because you've been away for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like the last thing we saw was your videos being taken down off the intros. So, you know what I'm saying? It was like no explanation to it. It was just, they just replace you with somebody that's like a knockoff version of you. So, you know what I'm saying? We glad to hear you. You know what I'm saying? We trying to find out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happened with that?
As far as the intros?
Yeah, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you leave the school or something or what?
Yeah. I left the school, I want to say, last year. But prior to then, my videos was getting taken down off the intros because they was the captains was pulling rank. It's a video on YouTube where Tazariak was on Cross the Line, and he was like, hey, yo, put that new Danyahaala on. Put that shit on. About 10, 15 seconds into playing it, he was looking at his phone, and then he paused the video, and he was like, hey, Salakia, I just got a message. If it was up to me, I would play this. I would play Danyahaala, but I just got a message, and this brother just pulled rank. He told me to cut that off and play these songs. And as when he put it on, it was 2 other captains. So he was like, Salakia, y'all don't be mad at me. A brother just pulled rank and told me to cut Danyahaala off and play him, and then play the other brother. So for the rest, so from that point on, the message was being sent out to not play my songs in the intro because, you know, they felt like every brother was playing my song and not playing theirs. It was Cap Ty and Capakai. They called across the line and pulled rank to get for him to not play my video. Tazariak was on there apologizing and all that shit. And from that point on, that's when they start taking me off of the class intros because everybody pretty much got the message. Like, yo, play Cap Ty and Capakai videos at the beginning. And even if they would play a song with me, they would cut my verse off. I got footage on my phone where they did that on Cross the Line a bunch of times where they'd play a song and when they get to my verse, they'd cut it off. And that's when I was peeping like, okay. Like all that shit is in the documentary. I was like, okay, them niggas.
Oh yeah, Con, definitely, you know what I mean? Danyahaala also got a documentary on the way. You know what I mean? He also got album coming too. You know what I mean? So like we can't get too much into it because he's got to save a lot for, you know what I'm saying, his project. But you know,
man, we can get into it. I got a lot to spare, and I got a lot that's going on there. We can get into it for sure.
Yeah, God. Yeah, but if I could, to Rob, you know what I mean? What's going on? I think your mic muted.
Yeah, okay, I'm muted. Yeah, okay. Don, that reminds me of. Do you remember back in 2021, the Midwest barbecue in Chicago?
Yes, I remember that very well. Yeah.
Do you remember that shirt that they had, the Midwest shirt, and they had all the flags and all the different states and cities that they supposed to take ground?
Yeah.
Did you ever notice that Kentucky was completely cut out of the Midwest T-shirt? It was just a black spot in the shape of Kentucky.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. And I should have posted that. I think how did I post that in the photos?
Con, I'm about to bring it up right now for you.
Okay. Yeah, check this out, Danyahaala. Tell me how blatant this is. And if you could, tell me what this means. This is back in 2021. You know what I'm saying? The nigga was rolling and rocking and everything, right? Mm-hmm. And just tell me what you perceived out of this pic, out of this photo.
Okay.
That's like the biggest I could get it though.
The Midwest takeovers are full effect.
So you got Minnesota right here. Then you got Wisconsin. You got Iowa takeover. Kansas City takeover. Illinois takeover. Indiana takeover. Michigan takeover. Ohio takeover. But no Kentucky.
No Kentucky.
And we already had 4 camps in Kentucky. I ran 3 of them myself, and a mother ran one. So you know that means we took ground in Kentucky, right? So think about it. And now you know that these churches got to be approved, right?
Right.
So that means, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the nigga down in Florida. Was it Rob Pratt? What is his Hebrew name? I can't think of what his Hebrew name is. But I know there was a Florida shirt. And you know it's got to go up the chain of command. It's got to go to, the camp leader got to look at it. Then it go up to Yagawa. And then it go from Yagawa to Marquard. And then it goes from Marquard up to Mahina, right?
Right.
So think about it. If all of them approved that, nobody sat there and asked, where's Kentucky? And they all know Kentucky was up there with the Midwest.
Right.
They were all in one accord on that. When they talk about they believe in conspiracies, then why do they do conspiracy? That's a conspiracy right there. Because those shirts, they didn't just pull those shirts out the side of their neck. They got to go up through the chain of command, which is the protocol.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that means all of them was in on it together. You know? And just like what Makabah said, you don't hate states. You hate the people that's in there. You know what I'm saying? And this is done at the same time and on the podium talking about we are the ISUK coming out one with 100th history, all of that those stuff right there, right? And it reminds me of what you was just talking about, how they did you concerning the music. See how you had to find out how the niggas was really feeling about you?
Mm-hmm.
Why you going and rocking with them? You know what I'm saying? What about the he and D alone, right? They got a problem with you, why they go between he and D alone with it, like what they tell others to do.
They don't believe in that he and D alone. That shit is fake. A brother once told me one time that sometimes when a brother come to you, he and thee alone, you say Salakia to avoid counsel when you really don't mean it. A lot of y'all say Salakia and continue on to do the thing that offended the brother in the first place.
Somebody told you to do that? Somebody told you to just say Salakia? Is what they said?
Yeah, from what I was told is when you go to a brother, he and thee alone, and that brother that you approach about you offended, he say Salakia, you gotta forgive him. If he say anything other than Salakia, take him to counsel. So what brothers start doing is saying Salakia, and you gotta forgive him, and then a week later you like, why the fuck is he still doing the same shit?
Right.
That's because he said Salakia to get out of counsel. He didn't really mean it.
Right.
So then when you bring them to counsel and be like, hey man, this been going on for a month, they're gonna be like, why you wait so long? Because he said Salakia. So, and now you sitting there like, and most brothers don't be wanting to throw the brother under the bus who told them to say that. So they just sit there and just take the punishment like, no, Cat told me to say, if he say Salakia, forgive me. But then Muhammad is in the fucking council tearing you from limb to limb because you waited so long to say something.
Yeah. I see that.
But he knows why you waited so long to say something. Like this ain't the first council he got in where a brother said, I waited. He knows someone is telling you because he says Salakia, you forgave him. He just don't give a damn. And that one brother that finally say, hey, Akkad told me to say Salakia. That's when he said Salakia, forgive him. That's the brother when he finally gonna pull Akkad in there and say, Akkad, did you tell the brother that? But here's the messed up part about it. Akkad gonna say, I never said that. And he's gonna believe Akkad. And then it's gonna be worse for you. So then it's gonna spread to, look, if you go and tell General Akkad told you to say that, it ain't gonna matter. I think the brother dropped out.
And here's the thing about it also, that you're not gonna have, because everybody's gonna be, people can sit there and hear this thing going on and still ain't gonna come forth as witnesses because they scared. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact.
Yeah, those are those isolation tactics that they do. You know, those dudes that can bear witness to what it is that you're saying, they gonna stand down.
Yep.
And you know, so what is it? They love to master the art of isolating niggas. They love that. You know what I'm saying? They love that. And they'll even grab unrighteous niggas that they know ain't worth nothing, worthless niggas and everything, and use them just like what Jezebel did. What did she do? She went and grabbed two sons. She had somebody grab two sons of Belial, which means sons of liars. You know what I'm saying? You know, niggas that lie all the time. And have them to bear witness against you. And look what happened with Jezebel. There's a difference between Jezebel and Suzanne. Because Daniel done what was supposed to be done. Daniel done what was right. What did he do? He cross-examined the witnesses. That's what they were supposed to do during the time of Jezebel. That's what ISUPK is supposed to do. Cross-examine. You got to cross-examine the witnesses. What type of men they are. You know. But they'll do they'll cross-examine them and everything if they like the person that's being put on trial. You know what I'm saying? And he actually is not even really a cross-examination. It's just, they pretty much telling them they wrong for taking somebody we like to counsel. That's what they're saying. They make their own rules as they go.
Right, Con. If I could, to Rob, I wanted to bring this photo out. This is General Muhammad right here, because a lot of people say that dark tales ain't nothing but gossip. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know you done got the emails, my fault, the DMs and everything. So since they like to say that this is just gossip and we just picking on the UPK, which every show I say I'm not. This is just dark tales, but this the UPK edition. So this is what General Muhammad did. This was on Scripture Breakdown. He had made a post saying, add on topics for tonight. Dr. Bryant and the reason so many black leaders must be doctors. Then he said, we will also shame the IUIC if you want. This one got a whole bunch of likes, whole bunch of comments. So here he go. You know what I'm saying? People don't got a problem with him just continuously shaming the IUIC, but we do something like dark tales, and you know what I mean, like for us it's just gossip and all that, when all we doing is just you know what I'm saying, we just letting you tell you, you know what I'm saying, just give your experience, because like I say in the beginning of every show, you know what I mean, like this show is for the people that's not in the camp, that's on the fence, so they could get that insight of people that was in the camp from that experience. So we not just shaming the ISUPK, but they clearly shame the IUIC in the post and all that all the time.
And they clearly shame brothers who have their own organization that they don't like. You know what I'm saying? They shame them all the damn time, brothers that they don't like. Just like what they did with Matazawar, Yashimar, and all of those brothers. But they don't count themselves as gossiping though. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. 100%. Everybody acting like we picking on them. You know what I'm saying? They niggas are a few hundred niggas strong. How the hell we the ones? These are the type of niggas, same niggas that will go for Goliath against Pick Goliath over King David. You know
for sure.
They
the ones that wanted Christ gone. And also, I didn't sit in councils and I didn't heard from generals' mouths why the hate. First of all, the whole KC4 situation, the generals believe KC4 was in the wrong. 100%. They dogged him out in the council and chastised them. If you realize, look at the difference from Kentucky 8, right? Mm-hmm. When the Kentucky 8 happened, let's go as far back. I'm gonna go as far as back as how Cap Todd got his rank raised. He got his rank raised because he went at GMS, right?
I remember that.
And that whole Tahar situation. Then you got Kentucky 8, right? Kentucky 8 happened. Brothers got raised up over that. Right?
Here's the thing about it, though. Hamakaba got no honor in that. And also, too, actually, they didn't get any rank raises. They just got some fake honors that they pretty much got.
Yeah. Everybody, every city had to put a picture up in their school because of them, because of what happened. I remember. Yep. Every city had to put a picture up in the school.
And them niggas they couldn't even get a free t-shirt. They had to pay $40 just like everybody else for one of those shirts.
Yeah. and it's the crazy thing. Like KC4, when IUIC slammed them niggas, the school believed they was wrong. The brother Malak shouldn't have done it. Talks was had, councils was had, and they was talked about how they was wrong. I'm not. And talks was had about how they was wrong. But they got on the internet and presented it like they was heroes. And that bothered a lot of brothers in the school because how you chastise them in councils behind closed doors, but get on the internet and mad at IUIC for doing what they were supposed to do. Here's what happened in the council. One of the generals went up to the chalkboard. He wrote 144,000 on it, and then he wrote 800 on the bottom of it. He said, "What's the 144,000?" They said, "That's how many. That's the 12,000 from each tribe that we need for Christ to come back." He said, "Okay, so what's the 800?" They said, "I'm not sure, sir." He said, "The 144,000 is the amount of subscribers IUIC have on their YouTube channel. 800 is the amount of how many subscribers General Yohana have on his YouTube channel. We are not accepting this shit no fucking more." And I'm saying it verbatim. We're not accepting this shit no fucking more. When people look for Israelite groups, they think IUIC are the ones in charge because they have the most they have the most members, and they make the most money. If y'all really believe ISUPK is the home of the truth, why doesn't Commanding General Yohana have more fucking subscribers than him? We're fucking losing bad. Muhammad said they have enough members in America to run us off every corner on the face of the earth.
Damn.
These brothers are in the winning seat. They're winning. You know what happened the next day? Commander General Yohana YouTube channel start going up. They start buying views. And because the generals are so old, they don't realize, these niggas ain't putting in work for these subscribers. They're buying it. So because he made them feel like it was consequences if General Yohana don't pass Nate and YouTube subscribers, they went out and they start doing everything. They had, and that was one council. They had multiple councils where they spoke on how UPK is losing bad to IUIC, and brothers better start doing anything possible to make us win, because when a person search up Israelite, they start to feel like IUIC is the truth because of the members and because of everything they're doing. They just better than us in every category. This was the words of the generals. IUIC is better than us in every category. So when they get online bashing them for no reason, it's strictly hatred and jealousy. And this ain't hearsay. I heard these out of a general mouth say this.
Y'all see the meme?
Yeah.
That's the worst, man. Y'all called them and see, and I blame that on the school, because they make them feel like if you ain't in the school, you a bitch. You this, you that, you ain't solid. So Malak reacted off of thinking he can throw their chair and they was just gonna punk him. If he would have threw their chair and they backed down, they would have had 1 million classes bragging about how they trumped them. It was 4 of them and 100 of them. He threw their chair because he hear every class y'all call them purple faggots, and y'all talk about how they pussies and they not in the truth, and how the Lord is with you. So you think you can take on 20 of them because you in a UPK, and those niggas was on the ground pleading for their life. Disgusting. I would have died out there.
Hey, Danyahaala.
Dumb niggas should have died out there.
Did you see the part where they had them sitting on the corner and everything, sitting on the curb, and that Christian pastor was chastising them niggas?
Yeah. Man, the main nigga that started it was the one pleading. They ain't even hold his hands. They had his hands free. He could have threw a punch, anything. He was pleading with him. The main nigga that started it. Man, they should have died on that fucking corner. Y'all get on the corners and say this Commander General Yohana block. Y'all talk shit. Y'all talk crazy. The only thing y'all could have done that would have been honorable is died. And all of y'all bitched up. Y'all got slammed. That wouldn't have happened to me if I was out there. 100%. I don't give it would have took 20 of them.
Now, here's the thing too. Now, I'll bet you the Goggle Bar called up Marquardt and told Marquardt. Here's the funny thing about it. He told Marquardt what was going on out there and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Marquardt then told him what he always tell him to go and post up right next to them niggas and everything. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. They out there with 4 people and they got 20 something damn people out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, here's the thing. Muhammad should have chastised Marquardt.
For sure.
He didn't want to do that. Because I know Marquardt that gave the order because he gave us the order in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? The order of management philosophy in Chicago. You know, he gave us that same order to post set up right next to them. And here's the thing. IUIC keeps getting receipts. They showed ISUPK posting IUIC around Kansas City since 2014. Not going to find you having camped in the same city with them, just chasing them.
Right.
Just chasing them while they have camp. Like, dude, if that don't spell losing, I don't know what does. You know what I'm saying? Here's the crazy thing about it, and I remember those major councils. You talking about the major councils, ain't you, Danyahaala?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I remember those major councils had niggas sweating bullets. I ain't have nothing to worry about myself. You know what I'm saying? But them other niggas, a lot of them other niggas, oh, they was sweating bullets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that was over like YouTube departments and all kind of, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. All these internet departments and all of that kind of stuff. The top dudes that's over, like and Kadasai and people like that. You know what I'm saying? That's over the YouTube, the internet correspondence and all of that stuff. You know, in the whole school, they was sweating bullets, man. They was sweating. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, the major council getting cooked. And behind it, here's the funny thing about it: how he figured that they gonna catch up with them niggas if they got 144,000 subscribers and they just got 800? How the hell they need to just chalk that to them as an L? You know what I'm saying? And guess who else they was jealous of before IUIC? Tazadakia and them.
Yeah, for sure.
They gonna sit there and be pissed off at Tazadakia saying he's doing such wrong shit when he run out on them corners and all of that, and be trying to intimidate other groups off the block, and then they turn right around and do the same damn thing to IUIC.
And do the same shit. Do the same thing. Them brothers in Houston, them brothers in Atlanta, those brothers, it's a bunch of camps where they try to do the same. Like them brothers in Atlanta tried it and they got beat up. The IUIC Atlanta actually beat them up and broke one of their legs. They wasn't as merciful as the Kentucky.
Is Kansas City? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kansas City. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, what can they expect though? Because see, you do this to them again, they got to hurt you this time. They could have got one way worse than that, though. A broken leg, and they got off very, very damn easy. Because see, IUIC been talking about that. And with the look at that dude, the IUIC Yawasop is one of the high up vegans there. Was talking about it. He's like, you want to act like niggas? We gonna show you. You know what I'm saying? He said come to that nigga. He said we gonna show you. You know what I'm saying? Right. They already know ISUPK is the most unreasonable out of all of them. Niggas is animals.
And so, they hate every other Israelite group.
Right. Every nigga about it.
If they deal with you, they only dealing with you because they believe they can benefit from you. That's all.
Exactly. You know, exactly. I mean, it's like that with the people inside their own damn group. They only rocking with you if they figure they can benefit off you somehow. You know what I'm saying? Have you teaching all these classes? Have you, you know what I'm saying, going to all of these camps and all of this other stuff? You know, they see what type of finance or what type of resources they can get from you and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And just like any Ponzi scheme does, you know, and once you find out, you know what I'm saying, that it's all a game, it's all a scam, and you let them know that you know. Now you get your walking papers. Now, what did Muhammad tell Hamak about? Thank you for your service. That's what he told him.
Is
So
that
he was
easy?
trying to bring up a problem to them. He was trying to bring up a problem. He was contacting the generals, doing everything that he was supposed to then do to get a counsel and everything. No, Muhammad blocked him from even getting a counsel, as he always does. When he figures a counsel that they're wrong, because I mean, winning and losing the counsels all depends on them. They just don't want to. They don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear, what you got to say, because they know what you got to say is right and just and everything, and they don't want to be just. They don't want to be just. They don't want to hear it. They kind of like the people that persecute Steve and putting their ears and their fingers in their ears. I don't want to hear it. That's how they are.
Right.
Salakia. Also got this screenshot. Tarab, you wanted to bring this out?
Okay. I can't really see it. Can you tell me what it's?
It's the.
Oh, I think that was my screenshot.
Oh.
Yeah.
On the sister right here.
Yeah.
What's up with her?
I brought that out because that was her first husband she had in the UPK. That was 2021.
Her first husband.
Yes. And then after him, she married a trooper. And then, as everybody know now, she married a trooper and she committed adultery on the trooper. Yep. Bring it up right there. That bottom picture. If you can expand that.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It's going to kind of take it off the screen, though. Hold on, wait. Let me try this.
Okay.
I remember she was Nasr's wife. I remember that.
Yep. So the first picture was her first husband in the UPK. The second picture on the bottom, that was her husband, a trooper. Now, if you can go to the next screenshot, the trooper right there at the bottom with the army fatigue, that was her second husband. She committed adultery on him with the person that's in the first picture. And she made a post asking for forgiveness because she was kicked out of the school for committing adultery on him. She was forgiven, let back into school, and she now is married to the other brother that you can see on the top picture. Why? Because she has money that she can donate. And as long as she pay that hefty fine that they give her, this sister then dealt with 3 different brothers in the UPK. Committed adultery on the first 2.
Yeah,
and now she's with the second one. And she was at Passover this year.
Yeah,
how was that righteousness? These niggas think they Christ. They can just forgive you for your sin. They think that they can say sin no more and keep and sin. He without sin cast the first stone. That's who they think they is.
Right. They think that they look at themselves like the Catholic priests, that they got the power to forgive sins.
Right. Like they can forgive sins.
Right.
Which they for sure think that, because I remember a time where a brother Marah had to go to the school, and he told General Mayak, he said, "Hey, Salaki, I'm unclean." General Mayak was like, "It don't matter if you unclean. Let the sin be on me. Still go to the school." Let the sin be on you.
Niggas cosplaying.
That's funny because I remember Muhammad said that Yohana told him that one time. He told him to do something. He didn't say what it was. But he said, let the sin be on me.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, this lady from North Carolina was 100% married to Masha, however you say that shit, from Detroit.
Masha.
Yeah, Masha. I'm sorry, Salake. From Detroit, then went to Florida and slept with this trooper. She was thrown out of the school. How was she at Passover? These are the messages I was receiving from sisters that was at Passover this year and was shocked to see so many sisters was at Passover who was thrown out for sleeping with their husbands. And then come to find out they just had to pay a fine and then they could come to Passover. And they could get a new husband. Pay Muhammad some money and you can get back in.
And Marshall's a good guy, man. He really is a decent dude. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the very few, you know what I'm saying? You know, and he also keeps his head low, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, damn, you know. I always thought that she was a sweet sister and everything, you know what I'm saying? But just, you know, dump Marshall like that. That was pretty crazy. I ain't know no details about what happened, what this, and that.
And want to be around them and do all that, and he plays on they mental, and they fall for it every time. That's why when it comes down to it, he always convinced the woman to stay. And when the brother end up leaving, the sister end up married. Not too long after that, all they do is pass women around in there. 100%. When I say this documentary is gonna get spooky, it's gonna get spooky. And like I said, I got 5,000 if anybody want to put up to say that any information that I'm saying is a lie. Yes, Muhammad is telling your wife they can get a hotel if she act nice to you. Yes. Put the money up.
You don't care, right?
And that also goes to, you know, also gives big support to what, you know, what they're saying, what Matazawa was saying, you know, and what Muhammad was saying about Matazawa, that he'd have somebody to, you know, F his wife, all of that old stuff.
Yeah, man, it's obvious. He wear chokers and dangling earrings, man.
Like, yo, what the hell is that? What's up with the chokers?
He wear, man, half of the accessories they wear be from sex stores. I remember I took a picture and I'm like, damn, those shoulder pads is fire with the spikes on them. I took the picture and I put it in Chat GPT. And the stores that it showed me it sold it at was all sex stores. I said, what the fuck? I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Oh, man, it's overload.
Yeah, I said, why is this the only place I can find this at? Like the gothic sex type stores where you can get the shoulder pads with the spikes that strap around the chest and under the underarms. You only get them at sex stores. I'm like, man, what is up with these brothers, man? These niggas is wild.
And I bet you he wear that shit when he be sleeping with some other nigga's wife.
Yeah, he had the 2 buttons unbuttoned with a shirt open. He had a choker on and the earring that dangled down. And I'm listening like, when was this masculine? Like,
well, I don't know. It seems like to me, I don't know, man. This is like he want niggas or something. want some dudes or something. I mean, that's kind of overly freaky right there. That's going into dominatrix and, you know, that type of stuff.
Right.
You know, like he probably wants some bitch to stomp on his balls or some crazy shit like that. No, this is wild, man. This is really wild right here.
Yeah, and then Salaki, my fault. This photo right here, like I know, like when y'all scrolling on y'all, you know what I'm saying, the social medias and stuff might come up. Well, this tattoo artist right here, he had posted this photo, and when I was looking at it, I noticed a UPK jacket. If y'all see that, y'all see that UPK jacket in red.
Yup, the sisterhood jacket.
Yeah. So some sister in the UPK is getting a tattoo. I don't know if the UPK look at that as a sin or not.
No, tattoos is a sin, 100% with them. And she got a shield on, so you can't get a tattoo, 100%.
Yeah. So what I did was I did blur out the sister face though, but you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I don't want to make their work too easy. You know what I mean? So, if y'all want to find out who this sister is, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to do your own work for that. But, yeah, this little sisterhood is clearly a UPK sister. When I noticed it, I was like, oh, shit.
That's a body bag.
It's only one law when it comes to the women. They can break every law it is out there. But it's only one law, and that's Thou shalt not go against Isupk. That's it. That's the only law.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's it. They can do any and everything else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. I didn't see women. I didn't see women cussed out. The first time I was seeing, I was like an officer of 1,000. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. This girl was cutting, and she was cussing General Haas out so bad. It was that girl. You remember that girl in Canada, Danyahaala? She was married to that one brother, the first UPK member in Canada. That was the camp leader of Canada. There wasn't nobody else there. You remember? His name was Barakia or something like that.
Oh, his name was what?
Something start with a B. Some kind of Barakia.
Bunyamin? Was that him?
I don't think that was his name. He was a Benjamite, though. He was a Benjamite.
Yeah, cause was he light skinned?
But I think this brother was dark skinned.
Okay, so that's a different brother then.
Yeah, Benjamin got the light skinned Benjamin. He used from over in the UK, right? That used to be up under. Man, what was the brother's name? The small dude that was the captain, Parashia.
Oh yeah, yup.
Yeah, he was Parashia's right hand man. But this guy, he was a dude that was, he was like homeless, I think it was, or whatever. And his woman was, man, she was a beast. And I see that nigga behind him tell her, don't go in the house. He's gonna beat you. This girl, here's the thing about it. He was a little small dude and everything. This girl thick as hell, and the way that she talked, you could tell she's a brawler. You know what I'm saying? A mixed brawler. You know what I'm saying? I mean, her mouth was bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, man, this heifer can give just as good as she gets. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no little damsel in distress. She's a monster. You know? And behind me, up there telling her, we'll get to her husband. I'm like, what? Yeah, he's like, sister, we'll get to her husband. You gonna feed some niggas this hoe? Like, yo, that's my first. It's like these niggas, a lot of these dudes here are simp. That's why I never got no advice. No, I never got no advice on no marriage or anything from them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Certain things we got to see early on as a trooper, how much of a simp Zariak was, how much of a simp, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this simp shit. Well, that's one of the reasons why, they hated me because of my classes, because I was going in on that simp shit. And they would be having to know to be watching my classes with their ribs. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of them niggas ribs couldn't stand me. But you know what? That's what them niggas get for watching my classes with their ribs. Because I don't pull no punches. I ain't behind them. I don't be soft and candy like on these bras. I ain't behind them in there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think that these people that like this manosphere stuff, you know what I'm saying, or Kevin Samuels type of stuff like that, they're outdoing ISUPK when it comes to teaching about these bras. You know what I'm saying? These niggas come to find out, the bras got leverage over them niggas. You know what I'm saying? The bride owns that school. You know what I'm saying? That means the girls all in there. That's why them niggas move how they move. She got leverage. And the scripture say for you not to give your strength into a woman. You know what I'm saying? Or give yourself away to the things that destroy kings. Right. There we go. There they go to simp shit. There you go. You know what I'm saying? There you go. That's behind him. One of his ribs. That's Ariad's money.
But he wanted to be on the phone with my rib and all this shit. He already got a couple of them, Jones.
Yeah. If he's got, you know what I'm saying, that's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. Yeah, I understand she's a football fan and all this and that. You know what I'm saying? But still, that's not a good look. And where is his right hand at? Where look at it?
In the lower back.
Shit, right by the ass, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
But he's a priest, though. He a priest. He gonna sit there and let his wife take pictures of Fred fucking Flintstone. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense right there. You know, and he's supposed to be the second the second in command over the nation and all of that.
Right.
You know, that's wild work right there. And here's the funny thing about it, because what I also heard after I posted that, I heard that, you know what I'm saying, it shook up some things inside there, and pretty much he was exposed as a simp. You know what I'm saying? You know. And then all of them niggas started coming forth talking about what they was gonna do to me when they see me, all of this old crazy stuff, talking about that's their mom and all that shit. They say, mom, nigga, how the hell is that your mom? And this woman probably got 3 years older than you.
I'm only posting this because women don't know how they make their man look when they do shit like this.
A lot of the things they be known. They don't care because they know, some of the women know that they certain men are weak, especially as long as she's been with him 20 something years. I mean, they do fine out together. You know what I'm saying? You know, who is a grown man now? He understands.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He understands that, you know, that Muhammad is weak. He understands that. He knows that. I mean, any nigga that take he took his general Mayak and relieved him of the duty of being the treasurer or accountant or whatever. He gave it to one of his wives. You know what I'm saying? Am I telling the truth, Danyahaala?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about that for a second. Now, one of his wives, the school is in her name, which all of that sounds funny that it would be in anybody else's name. But anyway, now his other wife is the treasurer, the accountant. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Ahmadiyya Shah's wife that is, what is he, some type of treasurer or something? And here's to go to show you how stupid these guys are. In the old One West school, they did the same thing. They put some accountants in a broad pay. She took all the money and left it. They should have took a record and accounted that. But you know what? They didn't do that. You know why? Because they're not the old One West school. They're not the 1969 nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're a new thing. They just carry the old acronym, one of the old acronyms anyway. You know what I'm saying? They made themselves a knockoff version of that. They're like the fake. They're like the fake Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this picture right here. Look at how young that brother is and how old that woman is. I met this woman before. She's from Ohio. She's up under the powder side. Now think about it. How old y'all think that brother is?
He for sure in his 20s.
Yeah,
Right.
I want to say like 28.
Yeah, now she's damn near twice his age. She's young enough to be one of her sons, but come to find out, actually I thought it was like a son or something like that. Come to find out that's her husband. Like, yo, what the hell? And these niggas is letting that fly? Now just think if the shoe was on the other foot and it was some older brother and some young sister, you know what they were trying to do? Sister, you sure you want that brother, sister? You sure you want him? To give him a sentence saying, don't marry that old nigga.
Why don't you come online and talk to him?
You know? But these old women, though, it's different, you know, they're allowed to be cougars just like in the Christian church. Don't nobody check them. Y'all know what I'm talking about in the Christian church? How them old cougars and everything be trying to get them young dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody, the pastor, or nobody else say anything. Why? Because them old women, them old cougars got money. Not only that, even if she didn't have money, they don't want to ruffle the feathers of the hyena clan. You know what I'm saying? You know, because they understand that if the pastor say anything about that, or the deacons or whatever, they're going to catch hell from them women and them weak dudes inside that damn church. So a lot of times, they won't say anything just to keep the peace. Don't let it be some older brother and everything, 45, and his woman 25.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna have her thinking she doing something wrong. All of a sudden, he's some type of pedophile or something. There ain't no
Right.
damn way. You can't find in the scriptures nowhere where niggas married women older than them. Show me that one time anywhere, in the scriptures anywhere.
Right.
You ain't gonna find it. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. When Sarah died, do niggas think that Abraham went and got him a 100-something-year-old woman and produced 6 more kids?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because Abraham was 100 and something, but Abraham was 10 years older than Sarah. Sarah was like 125 when she died. You know what I'm saying? It makes Abraham like 135. I think he would have got some woman 120 years old and then had 6 more kids with him. No, he would have got him something real young. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these niggas, you know what? I can respect the niggas more if these same type of dudes would go to McDonald's, right? And they would only eat food that somebody else had ate before, that ate off before. You see what I'm saying? I respect them more. I mean, because you're going to be like that with women, be like that with everything else. Have all your clothes, old clothes, all of that. Don't buy nothing new. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right. Yeah, so, yeah, this broad right here is the one that I used to be with, you know what I'm saying? And they had a private counsel behind my back with her mother, Kadash, Marquardt, and Muhammad. Here I am in the dark 3 days in this council. Nothing, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, here's the funny thing about it, because nobody's even giving me a call to even see how I'm holding up and all of this and that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing that. I'm going through that stuff with her and her mother and all of that shit. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's even calling and check on a nigga and shit. But guess what? They're calling her. They're calling her. You know what I'm saying? Her and her mother. And her mother been hovering around that damn school for, all of them years and everything. Never got into school. Never even fixed a plate for a feast day. Never donated not $1 into that organization. But Muhammad and Johanna, kissing her ass and everything, and even gave her the nickname Mama D. You know what I'm saying? And calling her my mother-in-law. This heifer is only 1 year older than me. They talking about that's my mother-in-law as if I'm supposed to, here I am, an officer 5,000 in their damn school. You know what I'm saying? I'm an officer 5,000 in their damn school and everything. But behind it, go ask me the question, how do I perceive old girl's mother? I'm like, shit, I perceive her as a student. Because that's the counsel I gave her when she was talking about how can, she reconcile the relationship with her daughter and all that. I'm like, I told her for starters, just start showing up a class. You know what I'm saying? Now that's my stuff setting out. You know what I'm saying? In the back. And while I'm in the midst of while my stuff is setting out in the back, when I'm thinking about where the hell I'm gonna go, Macabia calling me up, asking me why didn't I teach class?
Wow.
Yeah. And then you know what I'm saying? And I know whose voice is coming out this nigga because it was Kadash that called him up and told him to call and check me. I'm not saying where the hell I'm a damn go at. These niggas worried about a class, and we was teaching class in the Macabia's crib. He could have easily just took over class for me, just like we did a few other times. But no, when you down, these niggas will kick you.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? When you down, they will kick you. They didn't even worry about whether I had a place to stay or not. I had to sit like on the, when you go to the right on this picture, there's some steps because we were in a triplex. You know what I'm saying? Some steps. I had to sleep on the steps.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? These niggas
nobody came to pick you up or nothing?
No, none of that. I had to just grab what the hell I can grab. That blue backpack that's sitting on the top, I grabbed that and just start walking. You know what I'm saying? When in that morning and everything, and I had to call, call around, you know what I'm saying? I ended up finding the shelter and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas wasn't worried about, none of them niggas, because all of them niggas knew what the hell was going on. Marquard and them was down in Indianapolis and everything, you know, drinking and all of that. And the time they was raising the Potiphar up to a captain and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, that's a whole loaded topic right there. I don't want to spend too long on that. We can make that for the third episode or something. You know?
Yeah, nah, I mean that just sucks to hear that like you making phone calls and nobody going out their way to make themselves available, not putting themselves in your shoes when it comes to you being kicked out.
Right, no, they're not. And on top of that, I was out there in the rain. On top of that.
Yeah.
I called up McCarty told me to call him and everything earlier that day. He told me to call him, you know what I'm saying, and keep him informed on what was going on. So I started to telling him what the hell was going on. This nigga responded saying, "What do you want me to do?" The nigga responded like that.
Yeah. I want you to come pick me up. I said, I want you to come pick me up. Like, I don't got nowhere to go.
Man, them niggas, they was not, when you down, I found that, but when you down, them niggas will help to overthrow you. They will help. You know what I'm saying? You get into any damn thing, regardless whether it's your fault or not. They're not trying to help you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to help you. If I had got shot by the damn police that, you know, that while they were sitting there trying to, you know, kept calling the police trying to get me to leave and shit. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas, I already know what they was going to do. They already gonna wipe out all Minnesota classes regardless of what happened. They was gonna wipe the classes out and gonna act like that I got on drugs or something. I left the school, got on drugs and everything, and what kind of crazy thing cops and they shot me and killed me. That's what they was gonna tell everybody.
Yep, and they notorious for that because I could say this now because I took enough screenshots and pictures and I made enough phone calls and did research. There's an officer of 1,000 in the Philadelphia school who's living in a shelter.
An officer of 1,000 living
officer of 1,000 in the Philadelphia school. Here's how I found out. On Instagram, you know, if you don't know how to do it, your location is turned on and you can see where a person is at. So one day I was like I see this brother all the time. I run into him. I just don't say nothing to him because I know he a paranoid schizophrenic and he don't be taking his medicine most of the time. But I know it was brothers in the school that was set over him to make sure he take his medicine. So the last 5 times I seen him, he have not been on his medicine. He been down City Hall in Philadelphia singing, or he's doing Yai Karab with his Hebrew Academy jacket on in 90 degrees, or he just got regular UPK gear on. And he's out like a paranoid schizophrenic on the street singing, dancing, doing all type of crazy stuff. I said, why do he got his location on?
Mm-hmm.
I clicked on it and it showed up as a shelter. I gave it about 2.5 weeks. Each night I went, clicked on it, and he's been at their shelter. And I said, this is the officer of 1,000. He teach class. He go to camp. Why is he in a shelter?
Man. Yeah, that's news to me. Like,
Commander Danyahaala pay your rent. That's what they say. He pay your rent. He pay your bills. He do all that. Why this brother have nowhere to go? And he don't take his medicine because this is what he said. This is what the general asked him why he don't take his medicine. His response was, well, y'all say being a paranoid schizophrenic means I have a demon on me, correct? And they said, correct. He said, well, if y'all cast out demons, what I need medicine for? Can't y'all just cast it out? And that council went silent for about 5 minutes. Because if y'all brag about when a brother get off weed or cut his dreads as the brother released the demon and the Lord is, okay, this brother is a paranoid schizophrenic. Cast that demon out. What do I need to take meds for? Now, that's what he's saying.
That makes sense to me, coming from his logic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, okay, I'm the night physician. I understand that. But if y'all cast out demons, and I see every week y'all bigging somebody up for quitting something and saying, Commanding General Yohana's done it again.
Right.
Why can't y'all put a post up of me saying Commanding General Yohana's done it again? And I'm cured of my paranoid schizophrenic. What I need to take medicine for when the medicine just has him mellow and dead throughout the day.
Right.
You know, one of the reasons why they want him to take, because want everybody to take the medicine and shit. For one thing, they want to abuse and neglect you, and when you complain about it, they can blame it all on you didn't take your medication.
Yeah, they're gonna say, see, he was on meds and he wasn't taking his medicine. Yeah. Everybody who left that school so far, then they made a post and said this person is someone who haven't been taking their medicine. Why so many people need medicine in that school?
Right. Good question.
And then when they leave, you so quick to highlight that they wasn't on their meds. Okay, if they ain't on their meds, that should be more of a reason for you to not say nothing, to try to get them the proper help, because it's like, man, that brother take meds, man. I know he tripping. I ain't gonna say nothing. But you dog them out because they don't need meds. Assistant called me and told me, Mahyman told her the only way she could get back into school is to see if she get evaluated to see if she need medication. Because of the things she was doing to her husband would make him believe she need medication. For one, she was going through his phone and she found out the brother was sleeping with Edomite prostitutes. He'd rather chastise her for going through his phone rather than chastise the brother for sleeping with Edomite prostitutes.
Man. Tarak, if you could take this part over, because he was just talking about how a brother, well, pretty much plenty of brothers and sisters is in shelters, and then you guys sent me this screenshot about their annual revenues.
Right. Hey, can you I'm on a phone, so one screen is real small and I can't read it off. If you could read it off on your own.
So, well, this is back in 2023, this one, but it says Isupk's Inc. annual revenue, 4,523,000, based on Kona equity data.
You heard that, Danyahaala?
Yeah, that's wild.
That's a lot of money.
Because there should be no homeless people in that school if you making that much.
No, it should not. You know, think about this for a second. Do you remember? Okay, you see that line right there, the line that drops and Okay, do you remember back in 2021?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, when they started that firewalk security, they had some type of money trouble. That's what that dip is about. You know what I'm saying? That dip is about some type of money trouble or something to where they had to, kind of like move some money around or some shit like that. And that's when they started that firewalk security. That's when Charlemagne started that Black Business Coalition, all of that kind of stuff, because some of that money and everything that they was getting wasn't accounted for.
Right, and they get funding from the police. Whatever city if the Isupk owns a building or a school in your city, the building keep the lights on because they're getting funded by the police.
Wait, say that over again.
So whatever building, because some cities they call it a school, but it be somebody's house,
right,
or be a library or something.
Yeah.
If they own the actual school, the Isupk get the funding to keep the lights on from the police district in that area. Look at every major city that the school that they own a school in. There's a police district with a 2-block radius. That's no coincidence. They have to get it like that in order to get funding.
Wow, ain't that something? But then they act like, that they compensating for people for bills in the school and all of that. when people are short.
Now think about it. Most of them schools got 5 members, and 3 of them don't have a slave. How are they keeping the lights on?
Right, yeah, that's true.
Right.
From the police station that's up the street, they get funding from them.
Right.
They get funding from the police. You have to, when you a nonprofit organization under the 501c3 and you own the building. Daycares do it. Other shops do it. Food pantries do it. They all have to get funding from the local police district, and the police district raise the funding from through certain charities that they get. So you get funding from money you don't have to pay back. And that's how they go exempt on the taxes every year. So if they can prove how many members they got, how many people they have on payroll, they can get $50,000 funding, whatever is available. So every ISUPK school that's an ISUPK school under the UPK LLC or whatever is getting funding because they're proving that they have, hey, we got 23 employees that serve in the community. This is why they have to take food drives. They have to do food drives every month because they have to present, okay, we took out a $10,000 funding. Where the money go to? Hey, we did a food drive over 10 schools across America. And then now they showing videos and they pulling up receipts. So when you go to these food drives and you buy chicken or you buy the material for the food drives, most of the time the high ranking men have to provide a receipt. Like you got to provide a receipt with everything. Like when I was over to Shamar and I would go get the liquor for the general, I would have to provide a receipt. Why? So they can show them this where the money is going to that we're spending it on. So they'll make the people at the food drive spend their food stamps to provide the food. But meanwhile, they taking out grants to have a food drive.
Damn.
So you take out a $10,000 grant and saying we're using it for a food drive, but you tell the people that's doing the food drive to use their food stamps to cook the food and give out to the people. Now you pocketing the $10,000, but you got a bunch of receipts to prove where the money was going to.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy because I be wondering why, like, it's only like 3 to 4 people in classes, but they act like they teaching to a whole bunch of people. You know what I'm saying, week in and week out, every week. So I'm wondering how the lights be on, and you just broke it down.
That's why when you pay tithes, what it say? It say donation.
Mm-hmm.
That you have to pay it as a donation so it don't get taxed. And that's how they able to get grants. So meaning people are donating to this organization so we can keep these events up to have. Like they shouldn't charge for Passover, but they have you paying it as a donation, meaning, yeah, we not charging. People are just donating. Why? Yeah. Because the money that you get from your organization for the work you do has to be put back. So Passover should be free because it's being paid with your tithes. So if Passover being paid with your tithes, why are you charging me $200 per adult and you saying adults start at 17 years old? Since when? And they do that because they know most brothers deal with these women who have a bunch of kids that are grown. So you're going to bring 5 people that's over 17 and it's $200 a pop. They easily crack, what, $250,000 a year minimum? Man. And they probably spend $10,000-$20,000 max for the whole event for that whole week. And most of the time, depending on the city they have it, the school in that city has to pay for everything. Like I sat in them councils where the brother from Delaware was over the wine department and he had to pay and get the wine to the Passover. That was his duty. And then it was a brother that was in charge of the plates, the forks, the spoons, the knives. Every brother that was assigned to something had to get it there self with their money. The only thing the school paid for was the building. And then they charging you $200,000. And they breaking your money down. And then you come back from Passover because you felt like it was mandatory and you had to do it. And your lights is cut off. You can't even put in a request. Even though these niggas putting their kids through college, private schools, they wives do school, all that. Meanwhile, everybody under them is struggling.
Yeah, like that's why. So like, I had made a post on Facebook, and I'm wondering why, like, you know what I'm saying, like this officer 50 coming at me and this trooper coming at, like they ganging up on me, and I had to let them know. I'm like, yeah, I went to the Passover with you, and you know what I mean, and you trying to make it, you know what I'm saying, like the brother was basically trying to make it seem like he was his shit because he was doing all the work in Passover, you know what I'm saying, like serving everybody. But I'm like, how you flexing when you took a day off of work and you being worked, you know, and you're not getting paid for it? You know what I mean? Like you working for free, you make damn near $4 million a year, and you know what I'm saying, these dudes can't break down, you know what I'm saying, the troopers and the officers of 50, you know what I'm saying, some money for serving everybody, or they can't pay for a catering service, but you want to act like you did some shit. You know what I mean? I just wanted them to realize, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying, you the one being used. You know what I'm saying? You should say your time is money, honestly.
Was that the post where they was telling you not to have a Passover?
Yeah, same post, yeah. And then
I'm gonna be there. Them niggas ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm gonna be there.
I appreciate that. And like the dude, what else I about to say? Yeah, they up here trying to threaten me about it and all that. Man, what the hell I was about to say? Oh yeah, so like the dude trying to say that I'm trying to have a Passover because I'm in need of money. And then when I show him a screenshot of my bank account, I ain't hear shit from him. I'm like, dude, I probably make more money than you know what I'm saying, on a slow week. I ain't hear shit from him when I show my bank account because I'm not asking for help with something that the, you know what I'm saying, the Most High inspired me to do. I'm just trying to do it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't need people to pitch in. Like, if I say I'm gonna do something, it's because I could afford to do it. Not that I'm trying to be like y'all and take $200 off of everybody off the top and all that. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way because the dude didn't even know me, number one. So, and number two, you know what I'm saying, I could afford to do what I'm talking about doing with anything.
Right. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be there. So whether how you want to run your event, you want to get security and all that, that's to Bob. Run it how you want to run it and do what you got to do. But just for sure, them niggas show up. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, speaking of the past,
I want to see what they showing up about.
Yeah.
So you ain't got nothing to worry about. That event is going to go unless the fire department or something shut it down because it's too packed. But no ISU BK member will shut that event down while I'm there.
Hey, Danyahaala.
And like that's what I told him. I was like, what you gonna do about it? Because the dude talking about that I need to ask, you know what I'm saying, talk to the camp leader over the state I'm in, and I need to get in touch with Commanding General Yohana. And I'm like, no, I don't need to get in touch with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just came from a go-go party. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't say that to the people, you know what I'm saying, to the go-go band that hosted a damn go-go, but y'all want to say something to me. But speaking of the Passover, this is Doc Fires. Now I remember like back when you know what I'm saying, like back when you left the school and you started you know what I'm saying, and you started firing up the grill. Man,
right.
Like, yo, like those are some classic ass moments that you was creating, and then you told this story about Kadach, and I always remember him. And then I was actually watching the scripture breakdown class, and I saw him in the chat. Doc Fires. So I'm like, damn, this is a brother that Danyahaala was talking about saying that you know, they had jumped him at the
Right.
Passover. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this dude, all right, here this dude had got jumped at the Passover, and but he's still coming in class trying to learn. You know what I mean? So y'all still ain't, you know what I'm saying, beat the truth out of him. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all I was really trying to say. If you want to tell that story that you know about,
Oh yeah, how he got jumped?
Con.
Yeah. He got jumped at the Passover. That was actually true. From what I heard, it was 100% true. They followed them and they jumped them. And of course, the brother who was involved in it lost his rank, from what I heard. But that was about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he only lost his rank because he had a history of going out with men under him and they jumping somebody because he's too drunk.
Oh, okay. So like, you don't know why they jumped him though. You just know the story of him getting jumped.
I believe. Right. I don't even want to say what I heard because I don't believe it. I would have to hear it from the brother directly. Hearing it from them niggas in the school, of course, they're going to try to paint it as if the brother was kind of wrong, but it was. I don't believe nothing they say.
The brother told me everything from his, from his perspective and everything of what happened. What he said was, he said that niggas was accusing him of trying to talk to everybody's rib or some shit. And he's like, nigga, I don't talk to no damn body's rib. Just because he trying to, he gonna try and get it some bras. You know what I'm saying? There's a few single women there, and he was doing what he do. He's trying to get at it, like every other nigga want to do. But being the fact that he's a trooper and shit, and he seemed to be getting a little bit of play from some of them and shit, now niggas with the rank is getting mad because he struck first as far as trying to get on the bras. They thinking about it and shit while he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, they started feeling some kind of way that everybody's a little drunk and everything. You know what I'm saying? And what happened is they tried to talk about, getting him out of the venue and all of this old shit. Because, I mean, he going to say something. They saying some shit to him. He going to say something back. You know what I'm saying? He going to say something back. So now they, tell him to leave the venue. Okay, fine. He leaves the venue. And he's walking down the street. These niggas hop in their damn vehicle and everything and chase him. It was him and another dude. They chased him down or whatever. The cadet got locked up that night. I can't remember. They jumped him. They jumped, I think, after they got out of jail, like the next morning or some shit like that. They got locked up for something happened like that. But them niggas jumped out of the vehicle and ran up on him. You know what I'm saying? Followed him up the street. I mean, he had a rough time his whole time at the Passover. Isaiah, big Isaiah. You know Danielle, Big Isaiah from Indianapolis.
Yep, I know him. I'm familiar with him.
This nigga, what he does is he calls up Hyman and takes he tries to take Kadak to counsel for drinking while his ass is drunk. You know what I'm saying? And Hyman, it didn't go in the way that he thought it was going to go. Hyman said, how you think you're going to sit there and tell a brother not to drink at the Passover? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he's like, you ain't going to do nothing to stop this brother from drinking. So why are you even trying? Well, that nigga felt salty because he's a big ass baby for real. He felt salty as hell because he lost that goddamn counsel. And then he's up there telling Kadak, he's crying too. Might I add, he's crying like really, literally crying. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want you to drink. And one of the reasons why his ass is crying because he drunk. You know what I'm saying? He drunk. They're crying and shit. I just don't want you to drink. Well, fine, nigga, don't drink around him then. If you want to do it like that, you know what I'm saying? Put your fucking flask up before you leave the house then. And teach a class that you know he's going to be in. Do that. You know what I'm saying? He's in there drinking in your motherfucking face, telling you not to drink, though. That shit don't make no sense. You know, how is that brotherly? Knowing that you believe that this brother got such an alcohol problem, but then you fill your flask up every time you leave the goddamn house and drink right in front of him by telling him not to drink. You know what I'm saying? Well, then, nigga, maybe you need to hold that drink for 2 hours and not drink yourself in front of him. Here you are, bigger than 5,000, and he just a trooper. Set the damn example then. Wait till you fucking get home to drink, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Be brotherly with it. You know this man got a problem like that. Don't do it in front of him. You know?
Yeah. To Rob, I got that photo up that you wanted me to put up of that friend request. You know what I'm saying? Gotta say that part louder.
Yeah, this is that dude, UPK Hawk, Danyahaala. You know, I don't even know his Hebrew name. I just know him as UPK Hawk.
I don't know it either.
Yeah, this nigga, you know, he sent me friend requests on all 3 of my pages and everything. He's the one that put the threat out talking about that we did the first, you know, Dark Tales and everything, talking about my 3-year-old son that died was brought up. You know, talk about if it wasn't for Commander Danyahaala, or he'll do to me or some old stuff like that. He just telling me how he was threatening me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, them niggas always say that General Yohana stopping them from doing something.
Yeah,
No, he's saving you. That's it.
Right.
And that's all he's doing is saving you.
Yeah, but Yohana ain't never have nothing to do with that.
Right. He don't know about it, never spoke on it or anything.
Right, exactly. You know, I mean, hell, I would have, if Yohana did say, I was been waiting for him or Hyman or somebody to step up to the damn plate so I could cook their ass, but they never took the bait. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, they never took the bait. I'm like, okay, then I'll just, you know what I'm saying? I'll just take out the smaller fish and make them look real bad. It will expose how bad they actually are, rather. You know. Yeah, you know, and I had to, I had to smoke. I
guess this right here, Blue Carter.
Yeah. This man's crash out. Y'all ain't see, Daniel, you ain't see that post that I made about a year ago saying GMS has done it again. They hate GMS so bad, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? GMS has done it again. Put it like GMS raised him up and everything. Yeah. Yeah, that nigga, he didn't like that. He didn't like that at all. But here's the thing. What priest do you know wear a beater?
Man, according to Muhammad, that's nakedness. You can't show your arms, your chest. That was the breakdown I always got. He said, brothers that show up with them shirts with their arms out, it lets him know a lot about them. Because Yaramak famous for that, showing them chicken arms.
Right.
He's famous for showing them fucking chicken arms, and he don't know. It makes him look weird.
Yeah, especially when you're supposed to be a priest. You know what I'm saying? Supposed to be some type of priest and all of that. You know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Them niggas discernment is way off. You know, it's just like the broad, the broad at that time with the blonde hair. These niggas are supposed to be the priests. So when they can't discern, they're supposed to have a heightened level of discernment above everybody else's. That's how they're supposed to teach the people clean from unclean, holy from, unholy. You know what I'm saying? You know, the good stuff from the profane. You know what I'm saying? All of that. That's how they're supposed to have the discernment. But how the hell they gonna teach that when they running around, you know what I'm saying, with beaters and all of that on, and blonde hair. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do you
I really don't want to. This one kind of hurt me to post right here to rock.
Yeah, this one right here, the price right there.
Yeah, I mean just in general.
Yeah, I told it that it was like Aban Azar, which is another nigga that I didn't know when I was in that organization. He gonna talk about, you couldn't afford nothing like this. I'm like, look, man, just say y'all made a mistake on the damn pricing. You know what I'm saying? Just say y'all made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? He said he was too proud to even say that whoever the hell made this pricing made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Oh,
he
who
was too
made
proud.
that?
It was some
Not too far.
it was that dude Aban Azar that was talking about it though, but he used to call himself going in on me and everything. Like I said, he's a nigga that I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Didn't know when I was with that organization. Most of the niggas that be coming at me is niggas that I ain't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And the
that's
niggas
how it
that
is
be
for me
talking,
too. A bunch of
right,
out of state niggas. I said the nigga in Philly ain't
right,
never fixed his lip to say anything. It's
right.
always them out of town niggas, which is the Lord too. And I say it's the Lord because they having a cookout in Philly this year instead of New York.
None of them niggas, you know what I'm saying? They talk behind my back. Kaposh and all of them. Kaposh and the goddamn Nepotazan, Ohio, and you know what I'm saying, and the niggas in Minnesota and everything, but none of them niggas will address me directly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
None of them niggas that are in none of the places that I done been at, you know what I'm saying, will address me directly. The only one that actually tried at one point was that nigga Ashar Nakwash. And then I caught him up in a real bad lie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, caught him up in a real bad lie. I ain't heard nothing from the nigga since. And he ended up leaving that organization. He sat there and did all that funny stuff, playing Game of Thrones and goddamn chefs and everything, trying to get Hamakabach out the damn way and everything. He got the camp leadership, and what the hell did he do with it? His same man to help him to overthrow Hamakabach mess around and plot and overthrew his ass. Now he the camp leader.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These niggas were sent, they silly as hell. They don't understand what you do to other people and what you do to the niggas that's over you. Somebody gonna turn right around and do the same damn thing to you, and that's of the Lord.
Yeah.
And the same damn thing is gonna happen with I'm a warned about. Yeah, hey, Danyahaala, you mentioned more about what we talking about as far as these rocket rank raises.
Right.
Yeah, could you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah. Most of it is basically it's like if a brother been in the school too long and haven't got a rank raise, they feel like it makes your zone look bad, as if you're not putting in work because you got a brother that been there for 5 years and you got a brother that been there for 2 years who's been putting in a lot of work. But because the brother that been there for 5 years is your homeboy, you're not going to raise the brother up that been there for 2 years. But the brother that been there for 5 years haven't been putting in that much work. So there comes a point in time where they say, yo, the generals are going to look over your zone and the work you put in, and they're going to start examining the people that's over it. How many men came into the school, how many brothers you done raised up and everything. So to avoid getting looked at as if, their zone not putting in no work, you only have to get it approved if you're raising somebody up to a captain. If you're raising somebody up to a 5,000 and under, you can do it yourself. So they done raised a bunch of brothers up to 5,000s because they've been there. Now, they done raised a bunch of brothers up to being captains because they for sure been there too long. Like, yo, this brother been here 10 years and he's still a 5,000. Okay, that makes the zone look bad. So you get a brother like Marquand that'll go in front of the general and put in a word. The general gonna take his word for it. Even though the brother you're raising up ain't do shit. Right. Man, when I got on Facebook and I went on that exposing rant, the one thing that never sat right with me was the brother out of Chicago, Ryan.
Right.
It never sat right with me. I remember he called me one day. first of all, he made his name off of trying to fight his brother. He was at camp and his brother, same mom, same dad, seen him and came up and tried to say what's up. You know how them niggas do. Hey, look, I'm at work. I can't speak. But before Ryan could say something, whoever was over the camp came and said something to his brother. Hey, yo, he can't speak right now. He's working. He like, damn, my little brother can't speak for himself. Hey, yo, I said he's working right now. He can't speak. So now his brother gets so mad. He like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga telling me I can't talk to my little brother? Mind you, they stay in the same house. Instead of Ryan diffusing the situation, he tried to fight his brother.
Man, how you try to fight? Like he had a hold me back moment?
Yes, like a hold him back. They hold him back. He's so pissed off. He's trying to fight his brother for disrespecting the camp leader at the time. I don't know if it was Mama Quaz or it was somebody else.
It was Marquaz.
This is what Ryan told me. So now, what do you think happened later? He called me crying on the phone. The next day, his brother been calling him. He went to stay at his rib crib. His brother is waiting for him to get home. He like, nigga, you let them niggas disrespect me and do all that? Listen, wait till you get home. I'm gonna fuck you up. He's so scared he go to stay at his rib crib. What'd he do? Get the order to go back home. Get his stuff and move to his rib crib. He go back home. He set his bed up as if he was laying in it. And he put his dog in the cage because he needed to find somewhere where his dog would stay. He called me crying tears. You know what his brother did? He told his brother he was home. His brother kicked in his bedroom door and shot the bed up because it looked like somebody was laying in it. After he shot the bed up, he killed the dog in the cage.
The fuck?
Pulled back the sheet, seen it was just pillows, and called his phone. He said, yo, my brother really tried to kill this. When I say this brother was terrified, he was terrified out of his mind. Them niggas got him into some shit, and you know the best advice they can give him? Hey, go stay with your rib.
Ain't that something?
Or, hey, press charges on your brother and try to get him arrested for doing that. He don't know what to do. He's crying to me on the phone. Mind you, this is a 5,000 at the time, and I'm 1,000 at the time. And he's crying, asking advice.
Mm-hmm.
And I give him advice. The whole situation happened. It went away. He called me about his rib. Mind you, I'm under him, and he called me and get advice. He called me and asked me about stories. And then when the whole situation happened, he blocked me. And I go, man, that's why these niggas in this school is fake. Because none of y'all should have got in it. My issue was with the niggas who had the issue with me. The fact that y'all all got in it, all y'all niggas is fake. I would never trust a nigga in that school ever.
Right.
We can talk, we can laugh, we can joke. I don't trust you 100%. I don't trust you. Your loyalty is to them. And those niggas never did shit for you. But take your money and take your fucking sleep from you. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
I know brothers that call other brothers to borrow money, and the whole time I'm like, why you ain't putting in no requests for the school to get the money? But that's how it go. So when they do them rocket rank raises, that's only strictly because the city went too long without somebody getting a rank raise, and it makes them look bad. Like Chicago looked bad, so they gotta raise them all up. Half of them brothers, I'm sitting there like, yo, I remember I set up the council and I sat through it when what's his name? Lamont?
Yeah.
When Lamont didn't even want to be in the school. And they trying to ship him to Milwaukee and ship him back to Chicago and all type of I set up camp where he didn't even want to. The general asked him, "Do you want to be an officer?" He said no. He didn't have nowhere to live or go. I didn't set up councils, and I didn't heard most of these brothers' story. See, back then, councils wasn't over the phone. It was set up through Zoom, and we would have to go to the school, set up the computer, and the general set up the computer and the camera, and the general do it that way, and we send you a link. Now they do it on the phone where you could do the Zoom on the phone. Back then, you couldn't do the Zoom on the phone. You had to do it on the computer. I heard half of these brothers' problems where they ribbed and committed adultery, and he forgave her. And now the general was trying to figure out why you forgive her. But you can't throw her away because you forgave her and slept with her again, so she's your wife. Where brothers have certain porn addictions and cocaine addictions, or this brother, he has a medical condition called micropenis, and he can't find a rib. So they hook him up with a sister that have HIV, but told her she have to take her medicine because nowadays the medicine goes undetected. And in order for this brother to commit to it, she has to take her medicine. So when they have sex, he won't catch the AIDS or the HIV, however it goes. I done heard these counsels where they pairing these type of couples up. This sister have an addiction where she can't stop blowing rod. And they are trying to find a brother who like whores to deal with the problem until he can get her on track. These are the counsels that I'm hearing. So as time go by and you see a city like Chicago and it's, come on, man, none of them niggas put in work. None of them. It just make Marquard look better. Because at one point in time, I don't know if you was in a school at the time where they did a rank raise and they raised Tazariak, Mashat, and Marquaz up to a general of one shield.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
But what happened was General Q read off a list, and Kazak had recorded them, and he wasn't supposed to. So when he recorded them, and General Q read off the list of potential rank raises, everybody thought that's what it was. I still got the messages in my phone where I texted Zariak and I said, "Hey, congratulations, General." Man, they had a video where they all saluted Marquaz and did this general salute.
Yeah, I was there. I was one doing the salute too. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there like, so Akkad, Tahawar, Shapar, all those brothers who've been here just got passed up by these brothers.
Yeah.
Marquaz out is under Tazariak and Camp Ta. Right. But then General took it back and said that was a mistake. The only way a brother can be a general is if one of the generals die, because they keep in the tradition of the 7 heads.
Right.
7 heads, 7 generals. So if one of the generals stepped down, then they would raise up another brother. And I'm like, Ty Ward is the highest ranking general. He got passed up by 3 niggas.
That's crazy right there. Yeah.
That shows you right then and there. He don't deserve to be in that spot. That was about 4 years ago. Still he don't deserve to be in that spot. Why is he in that spot? Because he's General Muhammad, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Marquaz's rib gave him a sword that she had engraved that said General Marquaz. She presented it to him. Just to realize she spent $500 on a sword and they knocked the nigga back down to a 13,000.
Here's the funny thing about it. How did his rib know that he was supposed to be rose to a general? See, that's that pillow talk shit.
Because she was talking to his rib, to the general rib, and they was communicating. That's how she knew.
See, these women know everything. Real talk. They know way more because, dudes, we too used to moving and working. But these hoes is idle. You know what I'm saying? They real idle, and all they do is listen to stuff, you know what I'm saying? and then sat back and gossip about it. You know what I'm saying? And they, you know what I'm saying, and then they know who's gonna get a rank raise before you know it. You know, all of that. They know a lot of stuff. They know what's going on with everything. You know, like damn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they, you know, things that they never should have access to. You know what I'm saying? They need to be knowing the picture. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them know all of this secret information inside the school and everything, but at the same time can't boil water. You know?
Yeah, man, that's
Yeah. Hold on, I got a question for y'all. So most hated, never faded. He said, didn't one of the captains out of Philly get demoted for beating on his wife?
nah, that was in DC.
A captain got demoted?
Nah, so okay, yeah. So years ago, so it's two stories he might be referring to. He can clear up what he actually talking about. So one of them is in DC. General Q. Back then, he was a captain. He beat his wife up and he lost his rank. That's why he's the lowest ranking captain, general. But then you have Cat Akkad, who was also arrested for beating up his wife in another state, which I have the court documents on that too. That's coming out in a documentary. He beat up his wife because she committed adultery or whatever happened. He went out there and beat his wife up. He was very abusive. His wives in Philly also told the sister that I was dealing with at the time he was abusive, how he choke him up, he slam him, he do shit like that. When she used to braid their hair and they used to come over my house, they used to tell stories. My was abusive. General Yohana was about to kick him out the school because he was beating up his rib. And he was calling the cops, and when she fight back and he would lose. Akkad was arrested for beating up his rib in another state.
Damn.
So if he talking about that, then yeah. But other than that, General Q, which Soccer Ward told me, General Q was arrested and demoted for beating up his wife when he was a captain.
Yeah, Khan. He said, so he responded, he said, okay, Khan, because these coward ass niggas love putting their hands on women, but never other niggas. Nah,
Yeah, half of them, like when they get the stigma of they beat women, that's not niggas feeling like they're so aggressive they gotta hit their women. The women is actually saying it and they're proving it. Like, yes, like they because they. So here's the problem: they teach you can't divorce, but what they also understand, without letting these brothers divorce, they're going to kill these women because all they doing is beating them up.
Mm-hmm.
So then, behind closed doors, they come up with a plan where, as though, if you can prove this, sis, then you can marry another brother. But we'd rather you marry another brother than him kill you because you can't stop hoeing. Or he can't stop buying hoes. And you're going to keep going through his phone. You're going to keep catching him. Like, there's a sister that called me and contacted me because her husband was buying Edomite prostitutes. Yeah.
Yeah,
And throughout the whole council, Mahaiman was telling her, don't say they were Edomite prostitutes because they were sisters. And she said she didn't understand why he was making her do that. He would say, every time she say, well, when I seen him text the Edomite, he would say, sis, say, when I see him text the sister. And
okay, I see where it's
yes.
going.
And I told her, I said, listen, here's what's going to happen. He's going to slowly stop dealing with you. And when you realize and get so frustrated and decide to speak on it, you're going to come out and say, hey, he buys Edomite prostitutes. Here's the problem. Before you do that, when you tell the story, you're going to say, he buys black prostitutes. So when you finally come out and tell the truth and say they were Edomites, nobody gonna believe you because they're gonna say you told me they was black at first.
Right, they trying to set them up to win the council and not her. Is what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
he convinced you to say that they're black because he know you're gonna tell your friends and tell other sisters. So when you say that they're black, and then when you finally come out and say they white, they gonna say, "Man, she told me they was black. She lying."
Muhammad
She
is
said,
getting known for giving messed up cancer on purpose.
"Yep." She said, "You know what? What you saying is so right. That's why I kept all the proof. I had a feeling that was it. That's why I kept all the proof." And she said, "Listen, I'm gonna send it to you, but it's based off of if he gonna leave me or not." I was like, "God damn." He was like, "If he leave me, I'm gonna send you the proof."
Yeah. So did she
Like
lose the
that.
council? She ended up losing the council?
I haven't spoken with her yet. I haven't spoken with her. I'm damn near waiting for her to hit me up because it's like if she did, then she'd hit me up. But if not,
Yeah.
then so be it. I still know the brother who buy Edomite prostitutes.
Yeah, he definitely do. Like that demon ain't left. It definitely has not left, especially if she causing him some type of, like stress and issue in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that, he won't go satisfy that.
Right.
But I wanted to ask you this question though. That no affiliation slogan. How'd you come up with that? Because that inspired me to make well, I'm working on trying to get a sweatsuit made out of the no affiliation. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Yeah, so I came up with that slogan about, I want to say 2016, 2017. It was like my first year I got back to rapping. And at the time, they will put at the beginning of all their camp videos a scripture. And then they would say, "We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group." And then they will put the scripture. So I created the song "No Affiliation" because it wasn't for Israelite groups, it was for any religion. So That's why I started the rap off how I started it all. And I just called it "No Affiliation."
Okay, yeah. Nah, that shit hot though. And just like the prototype that I got right now, but today was Sunday, so I wasn't able to head down to the spot. But when Monday comes, like this the prototype that I'm working on for the all black drum. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to get that popping for
sure.
You know what I mean? Try to get that popping for you, you know what I'm saying? You can add it to your website, you know what I'm saying? Like I know you got the sharks going on. Some other
yeah, nah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but somebody else had a question for you. I'm gonna get back to it.
Okay.
Yes, right. Yeah, so this brother right here, David Anthony, he said, when and where is the documentary coming out?
So the documentary dropping with the album. I want to drop it in June, but I'm putting together a whole rollout. So the whole thing about it is because I'm dealing with a distribution deal and a label, everything has to be done correctly because of the money that they spent and the money that was given. So they got to be able to recoup it. So the documentary is coming out the same day as the album, which is 100% in June.
Okay.
Yeah, they both coming out in June. And of course, with the whole Drake thing, that kind of slowed everything up. Because you don't want to drop around that time, and you see the whole internet and everybody talking about that.
Right.
So it's like kind of being smart. yeah, you gotta wait till the wave pass, and he dropped 3 albums, so you kind of gotta wait till the wave pass to drop.
Mm-hmm.
You don't never want to think, I don't give a damn what he drop. I'm a drop, and then it don't work out that way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you always invited back, you know what I'm saying, to the Grafted In Pod, you know what I'm saying, whenever you need to. Man, shouts out to the viewers, shouts out to the subscribers. Like, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, because Grafted In not that big, but we got like some real niggas that follow us and real sisters that follow us. A lot of people that follow us, they not industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, they real low key. And that's what I like about the viewership from Grafted In. So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You come over, you know what I'm saying? You got anything to say on, you can come to Grafted In. You know what I'm saying? These people love you over here. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Next time I come through, I'm a bring some unreleased videos and unreleased songs. So we definitely, you know what I mean, got to do it within the next week or two.
Yeah.
It definitely set something up. Make it special.
Man, definitely. You know, I'm always looking forward to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The summer, you know what I'm saying? The summer just getting started, man. So you said June, you about to, you know what I'm saying? You about to heat it up a little bit more. And that's what we need, because like outside of like Drake, I like the AZ album that came out, and a little bit of Max B.
Yeah,
it's
for
not
sure.
really, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no heat out here, you know what I'm saying? Especially in the Israelite community right now. So I'm definitely looking for Give Them Hope when it drop out.
Nah, yeah, Give Them Hope gonna be different. Yeah, before, like I'm gonna say it here, exclusive. Before Give Them Hope dropped and before the documentary dropped, I'm picking on Kadazar. Kadazar, come outside. You always felt as though you was better. Once I'm done with, I'm going down the line. Kadazar, Ty Ward, Kai, all them niggas. I'm coming outside. I got 20 diss tracks lined up for them niggas. So if whatever day they drop their response, I'm dropping my response 5 minutes afterwards. But Kadazar gotta come outside now. I'm picking on him. He's trash. Nobody in the school ever felt as though he was good. So yeah, dust that notepad off that you still write on and come outside. I'm flaming him. We going 10 rounds. So Kadazar, if you hear this, come outside. What you will hear this. Come outside. I'm picking on you. Because I know he the weakest link out of all of them. So that's why I'm going at him first. And then the second weakest link. And then Ty Ward, the third weakest link. So that's why I'm going in that order.
Yeah.
I'm giving them what they asked for, even when I was in the school. Kadazar tried to battle me when I was in the school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I turned it down.
You know what? Con, I do got another question, because like maybe it's just my ear, but do you think they trying to replace your music with Barzal's? Because I feel like his style kind of, is kind of like the T-Move version of you.
Yeah, because if you listen to the music he did before the whole One Westworld joint we did, he was like a Wiz Khalifa Currency type rapper. Like he never was like that. They trying to replace him. Kadazar tried to convince him that he shouldn't be in One Westworld because he was better and he should do his own thing. But really, they was just trying to divide and conquer. But as you can see, One Westworld haven't been a thing since 2 years ago, and he still ain't shit. I'm 10 shows in. I done been on every big radio in New York. I done did 10 times the way any of them did. So yeah, they tried to, but they didn't really want to. It was kind of like, hey, look, do your own thing. You ain't got to be, in a group with Danyahaala. We gonna push you. And then when he finally separate, they push him, and then they stop, because in all reality, they never believed in him. They just didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like, we can't have him with a squad. We have to have him by himself because it's easier to take him down that way. And I'm stronger by myself. So, and that's what they know. Now they know. But yeah, Barzal for sure took my style and he rapped like me. He tried to do all that and
Right, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like
I'm-
when I stopped seeing you, I was like, this dude sounds just like Danyahaala, but where Danyahaala at?
Yeah.
Just play his stuff. It's as
yeah,
simple
if you
as
go
that.
look at his earlier music, he don't sound nothing like that. That's how all them niggas is. Ty Warakai, all of them. All them niggas started to rap how I rapped when they realized my style of rapping was working. But when it wasn't working for them, that's where the hate came in. To where it was just like, if it ain't gonna work for me, it ain't working for nobody.
Yeah, con sir. But yeah, man. So we done reached the top of the hour. You know what I'm saying? That was the Dark Tales of the Isupk, episode 2. Give 'em hope. Special guest Danyahaala, documentary album, diss tracks coming out. You know what I'm saying, in the middle of the summer. You
Not
know
even
what I
in the
mean?
middle of the summer, within the next few weeks, kind of gonna
next
come
few
outside. Next
Damn,
few weeks, for sure. Come outside.
Yeah, con.
I got 3 on the hit list. Everybody else, I ain't paying no mind to.
God. To Rock, man, you got any last words coming on out?
Hey, staying clear of these damn groups. Man, I mean, I've heard all types of messed up, even, messed up stuff, even from people in these, other groups and everything. Like, damn, they, I mean, it's like, people seem to be, kind of parting from these groups all at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn. Every time I look up, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause, I deal with people, just in, certain other groups, like IUIC and GOCC and all of that shit, and they, they're having a lot of the same problems, but at the same time, it's not as bad as ICPK. I mean, they like the cream of, just just madness for real. Like, yo.
Con.
They did get, what I'm saying? I'm not saying just don't deal with them at all, but what I'm saying is just, just don't, the more you commit, the worse things is gonna get. That's how it is. The more you commit, the worse things is gonna get. Handle it from the outside, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, not to do that. Don't handle them from the outside and then have a problem with the people that have been inside, you know what I'm saying? And then left that, and then, they try to, kind of try to join with them niggas and persecute the niggas that was in there for years. It's time to sit there and listen and learn, instead of trying to hop on the bandwagon. And that's one thing that trips me out about us, especially, niggas with the tribe of Judah. You know what I'm saying? We lead in that type of garbage. Want to help other people that, you know what I'm saying, dog pound some damn body that you don't even know. You don't even know what happened with them.
Right.
As the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying, you have to talk about not answering a question before you hear it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be wise out here. And don't be fools. You gotta be wise out here. That's all I gotta say, man.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. All right, shit, Danyahaala, man. You got anything to say on last words going out?
Nah, I'm pretty much good. All
right, con. Okay, con. Yeah, man. So like I say, this is Dark Tales of the Isupk. You know what I mean? Y'all just heard testimonies from Danyahaala against Tarot of you know what I'm saying, their experience in the Isupk. This is Dark Tales, where if you're on the fence of joining the camp or not joining the camp, this is the show for you. So, you know what I mean? Check us out next Sunday, episode 3. We try to go. We try to drop every Sunday, and with that, I'm gonna rock out on Danyahaala new song, new single. Give them hope.
So special.
Created my own lane with intentions to give them hope. Feet on land, but somehow I'm still trying to stay afloat. Need to listen more than you talk. You should be taking notes. Sig or make a nigga lung stop. He trying to chase smoke. I don't sneak this. They asked if you was hot. I tell them nope. Magic trick with a bullet in the gun. I make a ghost. Shit deeper than the ring. Wanna be mine? Take a oath. And I'm petty. If you burn the bridge with me, I sink your boat. Blank tips off the stick. He think I shot him with a bow. They tried to gatekeep. I had to jump the fence and kick the dough. Can't hold the grudge from the morgue. If you frozen, let it go. I'm the chosen one that come from the chosen. If you know, I set the table up. Broke bread, was giving out plates, still ate last, but somehow was still served hate. That's why I walk with these 223s like my weight. Revenge of this best serve. I'm talking 500K. I got an X-ray. You could see that dog in me. It's understood what I done can't be copied. If you could, you would. Bet your life you never seen a goat that go hunting wolves. You wanted war, now I'm rocking wool in my stomach full. Don't need a 16 to kill you. You be done in 4. Decision time. The docs and God play tug of war. One phone call, know what he coming for. Told my shooter through text to go OD. He replied, good, we finished that. If I ever lost it, I can get it back. These niggas cap. Once I get you fitted, then I get it hacked. Get penalized, you go off sides, we gon' send them back. Wear a face mask, you lead a huddle, we gon' get the sack. I come from that, you ain't never been with that. Wanna be famous, till you on the first 48 from a Mac. I end with that, right where the beginning at. Drop a hit, if you try to go on record, then we spinning back. Can't tell me about the war if you ain't bled yourself. How can I bite the hand and feed me when I fed myself? Seems like niggas that want the most, the ones that never help. To they ass, I could get the switcher, I could get the belt. Pointed at the both sides of his ears like I hit an elf. You never shot shit, you touch a heater shit, you probably melt. I let the people fuck with me naturally, ain't the same when you force it. Seen niggas career die and act like rap ain't important. I've been consistently hot for so long, I started scorching, then laid it out, map shit out to build a fortress. Now it's the blind leading the blind, you know you bought this. Now ain't no double backing for help, look like you bought this. Use my judgment by pulling this hammer, cause you didn't court 6, get carried by another 6, cause hope was the verdict. I'm a RN, but the difference is I make them more sick and still can hit another level. It feel like a morphin'.